Akai, I seek to educate, enlighten, and entertain in hopes of enriching our experience of a special upcoming mixed martial arts contest. Our impending heavyweight battle between Mark Hunt and Stipe Miocic is one of these special duels. Indeed, every heavyweight fight has the ability to capture the imagination of both the committed combat sports obsessive and the casual onlooker alike. When you put two highly trained fighters whose combined weight exceeds 1/4 ton in a cage and lock the door, the ensuing carnage can only be compared to a B-movie, monster versus monster showdown, Alien versus Predator, Sasquatch versus Yeti, Godzilla versus The Thing. This heavyweight main event is, too, an epic clash of inhuman beasts. Let's take a closer look at this skirmish of future legend and get to know the two inhuman monsters that are about to do battle. Hit me with the viz. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Battle of the Behemoths, starring Croatian mythological monster Kudnovata, the Weird, and Samoan mythology's version of Hercules, Te. These two creatures of legend will face off in a car-crushing, helicopter-eating, city-mangling havoc party of epic proportions. Kudnovata, also referred to as the Weird, is a formless entity, a shape-shifting horror that can adapt and take any structure or anatomy. Kudnovata is a terrifying force that will destroy its enemies by adaptation. It will make itself into whatever is needed to conquer its foes. Kudnovata is a demon of unusual circumstances. It is a chameleon of opportunity. Kudnovata will assess what shape or shapes it needs to exploit your weakness. Then it will change itself for the purpose of your destruction. Kudnovata, the Weird, one half. The other half, Te, was a demigod of the Samoan Islands, a mighty protector of the Samoan people, always ready to vanquish any threat. In legend, it is said that Te's great victories included slaying the land-dwelling octopus whose tentacles plucked victims from the islands and dragged them to its mouth to devour them, retrieving a floating island and returning it to its original position in the ocean, subduing and returning one of the four winds when it escaped from the cave of the wind god Fa'autio, and freeing the Samoan Islands from the reign of terror of a race of giant humanoids with the heads of dogs, slaying Tatuna the eel dog to stop its attempts to seduce the goddess Sinad, and many other great victories for the Samoan people. But in Kudnovata, Te faces his greatest threat, a formless entity that will seek to adapt in whatever way necessary to defeat him. Ladies and gentlemen, the Battle of the Behemoths. Are we excited yet? Oh man, the warfare between these giants shapes up both beautifully and terrifyingly. Yes, it is a mammoth powerhouse facing a leviathan of ever-changing styles and techniques, but it is also a battle of strategy and subtlety, even in its monstrosity. We must look closer at these demigods who will do battle. Hit me with the monster viz. Again, Kudnovata, the Weird, seeks victory through adaptation and opportunity. Kudnovata assesses your weapons and threats and then takes the necessary form or forms required for victory. Why is Kudnovata the perfect monster alter ego for Miocic? Well, aside from the fact that they are both of Croatian descent, Miocic is also a shapeshifter as a fighter. He has so many different looks and tools, and he scrolls through them all to keep his opponents guessing until he finds that perfect poison. Let's take a look here as Miocic. Yes, he will come in as a boxer, striking on the way in, go to the inside leg kick, up and down, using feints and strikes, goes to the knee, gets your head down, and strikes in. He's mobile. Look at as he moves sideways. This looks very much like Demetrius Johnson, only at heavyweight. He will threaten with the takedown. When you respond, he will move to the heavy hip on your back. And if you don't respond, he will feint and strike with powerful, powerful blows. Miocic is combined different styles, put them all together, and only the other monster, the biggest monster, Cain Velasquez, potentially does it better. Watch right here. There's some beautiful technique. He will control the right wrist, pull it across. Watch as his left hand takes the elbow, his right hand controlling the right hand of his opponent, and elbow to the head. Watch as he's gripping that wrist, which opens the line for the left hand. It is these kinds of adaptations that Stipe Miocic, Kudnovata, is able to exploit. These kinds of adaptations he will use to find where you are porous, what holes you have. Watch there as he looks for the takedown, comes back up with the strikes. These combined tools are often seen in the lighter weights, but this man, Miocic, Kudnovata, the weird, is able to use them all. Watch here, even on his back, he moves to that switch and moves his mobile hips out and uses it to get back to his feet. He's able to adapt in almost every circumstance, and look here against another epic monster in Dos Santos. 25 minutes he did with that monster. That's right, Kudnovata, the weird, will look to adapt and use those adaptations to beat Mark Hunt, T-E-T-E, in this epic battle. So when faced with a shape-shifting, formless foe who looks to adapt to your attack, what's the Samoan powerhouse titan to do? Hit me with the viz. The myth of T.E.T. is a study in size and power, but it is also a study in strategy and cunning. T.E.T. is a larger-than-life, courageous warrior whose propensity for destruction is matched only by his ability to take damage. Mark Hunt is the personification of the Samoan Hercules. T.E.T. we see right here against another beast, a Bigfoot. He's taking damage to set up the power shot of his left hook, one of his greatest weapons. And you will see throughout this footage of Mark Hunt, he will sometimes be aggressive, sometimes be defensive, but always be beautifully mobile. And if he has someone who will adapt, look as he goes downstairs with the left hook. In Miocic, he is facing someone who will adapt, so he must too be formless. And one tool that he uses better than any other heavyweight is his beautiful footwork. You see as he creates new angles on the striking. And here you see against another blonde behemoth. Watch as the footwork will be a key. Right here, circling out to create a better angle for that power right hand, changing stances, changing looks. It is that ability to be a different type of powerhouse, and you see undeniable power here in Mark Hunt, T.E.T. He can also defend, as you see here. He will adapt. You're coming forward, circles you out, and creates a new angle to strike. And there is no denying the incredible power of this Samoan Hercules. As we have seen it time and again, he will come in, set up the one key strike, and when he lands it, watch right here as he leaves the gravity of the earth in search of destroying his foe. But when he lines it up, when he has the ability, bink, right there, turns off the lights of other monsters. We've seen him do it repeatedly. The Samoan Hercules, T.E.T. is one half of the monsters in this beautiful, beautiful matchup. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Samoan Hercules, T.E.T. Mark Hunt. My friends, be prepared for this battle of behemoths. The Croatian weird Kudnovata versus T.E.T., the Samoan Hercules. Enjoy this explosive matchup of heavyweight Goliaths. Please enjoy the strength, power, and courage of these superhumans. But also please enjoy the grace and beauty that is present even in giant fights like this one. Thank you to James Garcia and Jeff Chan for building these beautiful movie clips. And thank you all for joining me in the Black Eye. Enjoy the hostilities, my friends.